functions. Yes, Ravi bhai. How are you? हाँ रवि भाई क्या है?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Ravi bhai. It's very clear.
Hello.
It's clear. आप ईयरफोन में तो बेटर मुझे ख्याल दी ईयरफोन और क्लैरिटी विल बी बेटर.
Hello.
Yeah, the voice is clear.
Yeah. Okay.
But थोड़ा मुझे ख्याल दी ईयरफोन में तो क्लैरिटी बेटर ऑन दी के दिस बेटर.
Just 1 second.
Yes.
I mean, for me it is clear. If you want, I can wear earphone.
No, it is clear. I think so. ऐसा की लग दो तो then we'll see. Now it is
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah. Vivan, can you give me? Take. I'm just keeping one next to me just in case.
Yes.
And I also have backup in case the net connection drops.
Nice, nice.
The slides जो control आमटे है, right?
Slides जो control mode है. So અહીં चौंदा तो we'll keep changing the slides. કારણ કે કદાચ internet जो interruption की थियो तो then it will be little difficult.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for everybody to assemble.
We'll wait for 10 minutes because we have logged in a little earlier. पाँ थोड़ो जल्दी login किया हो 2 मिनट पहला કારણ કે participant जो restriction 1000 है એટલે उनजे पहला कहीं के login थीनु है तो थई सके तो it will be easy for them also. Yes.
Actually, to save bandwidth, you can just give an instruction के ब्यामणी video बंद करी सकते हैं. Only few people can keep the video on. The bandwidth अच्छी use है.
हाँ. and मैं I think so जो को login थे 40-47 login थे यहाँ वसुदी. એટલે થોડી 5 મિનિટ નો એટલે અનાઉન્સ કરી છડી બો પ્લસ જો કો જનરલ રૂલ્સ એન્ડ રેગ્યુલેશન નહીં हैंड राइज कहे जा के क्वेश्चन पूछे जा तो मनी जे मोबाइल में अने लैपटॉप में ऑप्शन आए कि क्वेश्चन पूछणो है तो उनमें हैंड राइज कई है એટલે ઓપ્શન ટિક કઈંदा તો પાण उनखे अनम्यूट कइबो અને સેશન પોય હું કોઈ પણ ક્વેશ્ચન પૂછી સકે ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ રિલેટેડ કે જોકો પણ મ્યુચ્યુअल ફંડ के शेयर्स जे रिलेटेड એટલે ई जोको પણ पार्टिसिपेंट है उनखे ख्याल रखे जो है कि हवर आजो ऑडियो म्यूट ते रखेलो है सेशन पती वेंदो એટલે અહીં હનमें हाथ वताईंदा जई ते फॉर एन एग्जांपल के where is that option Smith raise hand
Rajesh bhai, if we can not use this raise hand option and instead chat window में type करें तब it would be better.
हाँ तो अथवा तो की पर क्वेश्चन हुए तो चार्ट विंडो में पर हलाईंदा नीचे चार्ट विंडो है जंहिंखे पर की क्वेश्चन अहिड़ो हुए तो चार्ट विंडो में हलाईंदा तो पंहिंजा हिते गुंजल बे नहीं जोको क्वेश्चन अने नाले साथे पोइ सेशन पोइ पहुंचदा रवि भाई के એટલે ચાર્ટ સેશન ચાર્ટ જોકો है ऑप्शन हु यूज करे सघो જેટલા वो पार्टिसिपेंट आई आई थिंक सो 50 पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऐड थिया आई अने नंबर्स आर इंक्रीजिंग એટલે जंहिंखे પણ क्वेश्चन पूछणो है चार्ट विंडो में टाइप કરીને हलाई ॾीए तो सेशन पूरो थिए हुनजे पोइ क्वेश्चन आंसर जो राउंड हलंदो एटलीस्ट 20-25 मिनट्स એટલે એ મરેજાના ખ્યાલ रखें यस निमित भाई I think so even Nishit bhai also joining hmm? Hmm. ये जो को है से अनके डिस्कनेक्ट कैसे better sound उसको बंद कर बैकग्राउंड Are you chat participant तो गुंजन लाइन ब्लू अभी
હવે આ જે ફ્લિપટોપ કેપ છે એમાં કયું કયું મટીરિયલ જાય ટીપી પોલીપ્રોપિલ અને અને કલર.
How are you, Ravi ji? How are you? Where are you?
ઓકે.
Not in Bombay.
Where are you?
ફ્લિપ ટોપ કેપ નું માર્કેટ કેવું છે?
Between Pune and Bombay. Close to Lonavala.
So around 100 participant add થયા અહીં હવા સુધી. So we'll take another what time thયો? Another 5 minutes we'll take, then we'll start. એટલે આના 5 મિનિટ જો ટાઈમ આવે એટલે જો કોઈ પાર્ટિસિપેન્ટ એડ થયા અહીં પાર્ટિસિપેન્ટ્સ કોની કે કોઈ પણ ક્વેશ્ચન પૂછવું હોય તો એ સેશન 45 મિનિટ્સ જો કોઈ રવિભાઈ જો પૂરો થયો જે ક્વેશ્ચન આન્સર જો રાઉન્ડ આવે એટલે 45 મિનિટ્સ પોए क्वेश्चन आंसर राउंड में आके कोई पण क्वेश्चन में तई चार्ट सेक्शन में हलाए सको अने चार्ट सेक्शन में थी गुंजलबेन वाचे अने रविभाई ओनी जो जवाब दींदा એટલે क्वेश्चन आंसर राउंड जेके पण क्वेश्चन इन बिटवीन पर क्वेश्चन हलाईने आवे तो चार्ट सेक्शन में क्वेश्चन हलाई दीए अने इट विल बी वेरी कम्फर्टेबल फॉर एवरीवन अने प्रेजेंटेशन एंड थी वञे पोइ मनी जा क्वेश्चन जा जवाब रविभाई दींदा. Yeah. Yeah, 185 to 200 participants are there now, Ravi bhai. So I think so another 20, another 2 minutes we will start the session. એટલે આના 32 મિનિટ રહીને પાછ સેશન ચાલુ કરીબો ને જતરા પણ પાર્ટિસિપેન્ટ અહીં उन्हें की ई ख्याल रखे जो है कि उन्हें के जोको पर क्वेश्चन पूछनु है चार्ट बॉक्स में टाइप करने हलाइए અને ગુંજલબેન સહી ક્વેશ્ચન વાંચે અને કોઈ રવિભાઈ जो जवाब ॾींदा सेशन जे पोइ आफ्टर 45 मिनट्स ऑफ सेशन ई ख्याल रखे जो है स्पेशली
Sit, sit.
નિશિત ભાઈ નિશિત ભાઈ
Okay, welcome all the participants of today's webinar. It's 4 o'clock and Samas Majan has a bad habit of starting on time. So today I mane ke second webinar series B2B committee mein welcome hai. This is the second seminar of the webinar of the B2B committee initiated by Samas Majan under the leadership of Rajesh Bhai. We have a very known and astute speaker today. Ravi Bhai Dharamshi is he needs no introduction, but he is one of the top investment bankers in India, or probably investors in India, handling a very large portfolio. I know him personally; he's a very dear friend and a very humble person. Ravi Bhai has always come for the community ahead for anything. We started a lot of initiative, and today we requested him to share his knowledge on these difficult times of COVID times, that what people should do in investing. આપણે બધા KDO as a કેવી રીતે invest કરવું જોઈએ, some of his thoughts, some of his ideas, what he feels from the horse's mouth, that how investment is going to be behaving. I think this webinar series has picked up very nice. Yesterday, day before yesterday, we had about 300 plus participants with Dilip Bhai Nagra. Now we have Ravi Bhai. Already so many people have come online. This is the spirit of KDOs. Let's hope to have a superb session by Ravi Bhai. Welcome Ravi Bhai again. Thank you for really agreeing and giving your valuable time. I would like now Rajesh Bhai, who is the chairperson of the B2B committee, who's taken a lot of initiative with his team. The entire Samasta B2B committee is very energetic and enthusiastic about these seminars. So over to Rajesh Bhai.
Yeah, thank you, Nishit bhai. Gunjalban, please. Your voice is not there. Gunjal, your voice is not there.
Now it's very
Yeah, it's not clear.
okay.
I think so. Some issue with the Wi-Fi.
Now it's clear.
Yeah, it is clear now.
Okay. So we are welcoming to Ravi Bhai Dharamsi. All we are knowing about him. He is a founder and MD of Value Quest Investment Advisor Private Limited. We are all knowing about him very well. I'm giving you a short introduction about Ravi Bhai. Ravi Bhai managing Value Quest PMS for over 10 years now. He manages assets of 350 crores. Ravi Bhai has also done MBA in finance from McCallum Business School in US, and from US he had done internship and all that, and he spent there 4 years at Rare Enterprises also with research in private equity, deals and value creation activities also. Before moving to Value Case and taking charge of research. So please, and they
Okay.
they get so many
Gunjalben, the voice is not clear. And as રવિભાઈ ધરમસિંહ એટલે પાંજે કમ્યુનિટી में કોઈ પણ પાંજે સમાજ જો કમ વે ઈ કી પણ વેતા always રવિભાઈ આગળ and he is a managing director of Value Quest PMS and over 10 years now, and he is managing assets of 350 crores, and he oftenly comes to various channel like ETV or CNBC. So I welcome Ravi Bhai Dharamsi, and please to start the session. Yes, Ravi Bhai.
Thank you, Rajesh Bhai. Thank you, Gunjal. Thank you, Nishit Bhai. And thank you to the entire Samast KDO B2B committee. This is a wonderful initiative by the KDO B2B committee to organize these webinars. I think our community is finally has always been in touch with times ahead of times, and this initiative just goes to prove that even in these tough times we have not left our innovative side on this side. So before I begin, I hope and wish that you and your family are everybody's family is safe at home, and through these trying times hopefully everybody is trying to make the most of the lockdown. Okay, topic for today's discussion is investing in the times of corona. If my presentation is today is going to be limited and restricted to assessing the current situation from the point of view of markets. A lot of times people assume that people from markets know everything. There is so just a disclaimer upfront: we don't know everything, but we do know some things very well, and that is to assess the probabilities of what is going to happen from the market's point of view, and that is solely what we are trying to do over here. Also, just one more, if you can just go to the next slide. I want to just put a disclaimer that nothing in this presentation should be construed as an invitation to invest in a particular company or stock. So I am governed by SEBI, and SEBI prevents us from giving any kind of recommendation in public. If I end up doing that, there are restrictions that come on me. So I will not entertain any kind of questions on a particular company, whether this is good, this rate to buy or any such thing. But any questions on economy, overall markets or sector are more than welcome. Also, I have put together these slides from various sources. Unfortunately, I have not had the time to give credit to those sources, but with due apologies, just to point out that these are not necessarily my original thoughts, and they are all the perspective and from which I am speaking is the only original thing that I bring to the table. Yeah. So we will start with, was this an avoidable disaster? Could we have been better prepared? So when this started out in China in late December, early January, we really did not think of it as something so big is happening in the world, or it could spread and the entire globe could be enveloped in this kind of a disaster. So just if you go to the next slide, there were enough warning signs. It's not like we had no idea about it. These are the Time magazine cover of the last 20 years. And if you would have noticed, there is a talk by Bill Gates in 2015 very specifically talks about that the next million deaths that you will hear will not be from a World War III, but it will be from an epidemic or a pandemic. So when people of this nature or this stature had such clarity on what was going to happen, it definitely does seem that humanity collectively failed to assume the significance of that, and we did not prepare for this disaster. We were warned, but we did not pay enough attention to it. Okay, next slide. So going through this presentation, I am actually going to put forward two contrasting ideas. One, I am going to say that this is really different, and that is the first half of my presentation. And the second half of my presentation, I am going to convince you the opposite of it, that actually doesn't matter how much more the things change, they still remain the same. So bear with me for next 30-40 minutes, and I hope to convince you that these contrasting point of view can actually coexist. So this is a quote by Sir John Templeton: the 4 most dangerous words in investing are "this time it is different." What exactly did he mean by that? So essentially what he meant is that if you ignore history, then it is at your own peril. So let's see how different this is. Slide change, please. So this is actually really different. Most of what is happening today has not been experienced by any person living. We have not been so interconnected globally ever, whether it is physically or virtually. The connectivity is very intense, and this is also the first time that some disease like this has engulfed almost the entire globe. So the last time we had a pandemic was in the early 20th century, 1918, when the World War II was coming to an end and the Spanish flu outbreak was there. But that time the connectivity worldwide was not that much, and yet we ended up nearly, if my numbers are right, somewhere between 50 million and 100 million casualties worldwide were there, despite the fact that of course the connectivity was not as intense. So it is definitely, when PM Modi says that what we are dealing with over here is on the scale of a world war, some not to be taken lightly. So if the event is such that not many people have lived through it or could have even imagined it, then what is the standing of me giving any kind of a prediction on what is coming up next? Please take everything with a fistful of salt and skepticism. We are all just trying to assess the probabilities, and there is no certainty or answer of anything. Even the most leading economists, epidemiologists, policymakers, visionaries, market participants are all grappling with trying to get their arms around what this problem is. So, and on top of that, even in normal circumstances, assessing macros is a difficult job. Identifying which variables, which relationship, what magnitude, sequence, what are the variables which will impact first and later on is hard enough. And on top of that, in COVID-19, it becomes 100x hard enough to forecast what is going to happen next. So please bear with me. I am not here to provide with a concrete answers, but I'm probably the only key takeaway that I would want you to focus on is the framework in which you yourself can think how things are likely to change, and if you can attach your own probabilities on what is going to happen. Next slide, please. So just a little bit of context before this COVID-19 broke out in terms of economy. If you remember, US-China trade war was actually settling down. They were on the verge of signing phase 1 deal. In fact, they had signed the phase 1 deal. US economy was booming for the last 11 years, and there were high probability that we could have entered a recession in 2020 in US as the economy was petering out. The Chinese economy was struggling due to the pollution issues. India was towards the fag end of its issues in terms of NPA, GST, demonetization was behind us. The worst of corporate cycle earnings was behind us, and the corporate deleveraging cycle was going on. And hopefully even that was at the fag end of it. So US was at its peak. It was probably looking that it will enter a recession. In India, which was probably bottoming out and looking like it was going to turn up for the better. In fact, Indian economy at the Indian markets in the last 2 years had actually, except for the index, were underperforming, and there was almost a recession kind of a scenario that the small caps and mid caps had a huge wealth erosion from 2017 to 19. Next slide, please. So in that context, when the COVID-19 hit, it was a huge surprise. Nobody could have imagined what is happening. So definitely this has pushed us into a recession, and this is probably the fastest that we have had entered into a global recession. So just to understand the historical context in where do we stand, there have been many recessions in the last 100 years, and some recorded properly, some not recorded. Most of the recorded history exists in the US. So, and the only one fresh in our mind is the 2008 global financial crisis. That is the only thing that most of the participants, I'm sure, would recollect. In people, if you are, I mean, if millennials would not even recollect that because it is almost 10, 11 years old already, that particular crisis. So this is not really a financial crisis where credit issues are transmitted into the real economy. That is what the global financial crisis was. Whereas the problem was at the bank where they had leveraged, and that moved on to the real economy. This is just, the economy has just stopped. It has come to a grinding halt, a standstill. There is no model, there is no precedent, there is nothing you can look for to what just happened. So it is inherently very, very, very unpredictable. We have no real history to go back to, but still to provide some kind of a framework of thinking, how bad could this problem be? These are the 5 variables on which we will try to assess. What is the scale of the problem? How large is the scope of the problem? Severity of the issue, speed with which we have come into this kind of an issue, and the duration of how long it is going to last. So we'll go look into it one by one. So scale, next slide, please. So this is the first time that the entire globe virtually is involved in the same fight. This is in the, I mean, I don't think there has been any other, even World War I and World War II were smaller on that scale, in that particular scale. It is also in the mold of the Great Depression-esque. I mean, when I say Great Depression, it is the 1929 to 1932. Just for the sake of viewers, I'm going to be using a lot of terminology which might not be very, very clear. In case there are some questions, you can ask me towards the end of the session, and I will try and address them. So Great Depression.
रवि भाई थोड़ा व्यूअर्स जो में चार्ट में आयो है कि थोड़ो गुजराती में पण वच में ही चो तो बेटर એટલે કચ્છી અથવા ગુજરાતી में या सॉरी
હું ટ્રાય કરી દો કચ્છી ને ગુજરાતી में बोले जी मुझे डोमिनेंट लैंग्वेज बोले जी इंग्लिश ज रोंदी बट जेड़ा जेड़ा थई सके ओटा हूं कच्छी बोले जी ट्राय करी दो सो 1929 to 1932 में that was the time when there was great depression in US, and that almost 10-15 वरे हल्यो, where I mean and something of that sort can also हेडो की भी थई सके तो हन वक्ते is what we need to be aware of. So at that time the unemployment rate on tanete unemployment rate went as 32%, sorry, as high as 25%, but right now we are looking at a scenario where we could even go higher than that. So this is unprecedented in terms of scale, in my opinion. Next slide, please. So he slide khali chehti ke kitlo how bad was 1929. The stocks fell 90%. Stocks etle index Dow Jones had fallen almost 90%. Industrial and residential real estate jo construction 82% छणियो वो. Unemployment 50% સુધી વિયો वो. 1933 में घर जा जो को mortgage में जो को लोन गेनी ने पावटे ता कल्चर आए ना हजी सुधी के ईएमआई भरे जो एवरे लास्ट 15 वरे थी है, बट अदरवाइज 40% मॉर्गेज डिफॉल्ट थया. फेडरल रेवेन्यू ऐसे 50% दी ड्रॉप थई वी, એટલે બેઝિકલી યુએસજી જીડીપી 50% दी છણાઈ વી. ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ પ્રોડક્શન 52% दी છણ્યો हो, અને there was a deflationary spell. Now inflation and deflation are two things that we are going to be grappling with for the next few years. During the time of 1929, it was a deflationary spell. એટલે ભાવ છણદાવ્યા, ભાવ शेयर बाजार जाना, रियल एस्टेट जाना, मणी चीजें जा रोज एसेंशियल आइटम्स जा जी चीज जा भी भाव छंडाव्या, बेसिकली डिमांड कंप्रेस थींदी वई and which led to prices falling, and the corporate earnings fell more than 70%. So now this is I am just trying not to scare you, okay, that we are going to have a repeat of 1929. This is just to give you a point of reference કે કેટલો ખરાબ થયો 1929 માં, and then you can have your own assessment કે hen વખતે કેટલો ખરાબ થઈ શકે. Next slide please. So after discussing the scale of the problem, we have come to the scope. 1/3 of the world is under some sort of a lockdown. Over 200 countries are affected. Number of new cases and deaths in many places are rising exponentially. As of the last that I knew, there are more than 2.5 million cases, and the deaths I think have exceeded or probably close to almost 2 lakhs if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong over there. And all this while this is happening, this is the health crisis which has actually converted itself into a economic crisis. So global financial crisis was reverse, કે પહેલા માર્કેટ માં પ્રોબ્લેમ થયો અને પોઈ ઇકોનોમી માં ઊંજી અસર આવી. હેડા ઊંધો હે, પહેલા સ્ટ્રેટ હવે સીધો ઇકોનોમી માં એંજી અસર પઈ હે અને હાણે ऐसे માર્કેટ તે એંજી ઇફેક્ટ અચી રહી હે. Next. So how severe? See, it is still hard to grasp how hard
Yeah, I think so. I think so. भरत भाई, पंहिंजे रवि भाई जो ऑडियो म्यूट है, जस्ट 2 मिनट लगनी पाछो अचला. Meanwhile, Joko, however, enter thiai, they can view the old slides. Yeah, Ravi bhai, are you there? Yeah, I think so. Ravi bhai जो ऑडियो म्यूट है ने वीडियो पर म्यूट है, એટલે probably 3-2 મિનિટ લગી પાછો અચલા. 5-2 મિનિટ વેઇટ કર્યું. આવ સુધી જો को yeah. Yes,
apologies. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, very clear. Please.
No. So I had a internet drop. So sorry if this problem persists. Okay, we'll just continue. We just did a comparison with 1929, and we were discussing how severe the
Yeah, Ravi bhai, your audio is not clear. Ravi bhai, અહીં પાછો login કયો તો better હોંદો.
your mall, TV, restaurant, everything is shut down. So that created a demand shock. So suddenly those are out of demand, and because of the supply demand shock combination, all the asset prices mostly have fallen. Till now, gold has remained a decent holder of value, but if the problem persists, even gold can have some liquidity issues, as people will try to encash whatever they can. So that is how severe this time the issue is. Next slide, please. So what the speed of the problem? Now this is actually overnight. Actually overnight, we could see it. We probably got about 10-15 days period where you could गेज के कोर થઈ રહ્યો है धीरे धीरे अरे साउथ कोरिया में स्प्रेड थयो चाइना में स्प्रेड थयो इटली में वडो થઈ રહ્યો है and then it will sooner or later it will reach India. Sure, it will become pretty clear, but overnight made it a lockdown થઈ ગયો and that led to March was one of the craziest month in the markets. 36% stocks fell 50%, 64% stocks fell more than 40%, 88% fell 25%. But it is still not the worst month in the history of the stock markets. There has been 30% fall in September 1931. But it is one of the craziest month in terms of volatility. There were at least 3 instances where we had down circuit or up circuit. And there were at least, we have had one of the largest fall in a day and the largest rise in a day. So with that kind of volatility, it is virtually become very, very difficult for people to invest in the markets. Next slide. So from scale, scope, severity, and speed, this seems like this is one of the worst crises that we have ever faced. But only variable that remains that we are not very sure about is duration. How long will this last? Will we find a cure to this in the next 1 to 2 months, or will it take us 12 to 18 months? How long will this take? Nobody has any clue, and this is the only duration. And that is the only variable based on which the markets are moving right now. If market had fallen in the month of March all the way down to 7,500 Nifty, at that point market was thinking that this is not going to be recovering for at least 12 to 18 months. Then market rallied suddenly all the way by 2,000 points, probably when they got some sense that okay, it might not be so bad, the lockdowns will start ending pretty soon, and the phase 1 might be coming to an end. So I divide this whole thing duration into 3 phases. Phase 1 is the current phase where we are getting to know the disease better. We are still struggling with what is the best strategy to address this. Some of the nations like UK and US decided to not go for a lockdown, and some others like India decided to go for the lockdown straight away. And there are some like Singapore, which earlier did not go for a lockdown and later on changed the strategy to going for a lockdown. And now today only it has been announced that it's extended till June.
Yes,
so
yes.
This is the first phase where we are still grappling with understanding the enormity of the situation, and we are also not sure which is the best way to go about it forward. Somebody might say lockdown is not the answer to it. Maybe that is not, but today we don't have the answer, and the policy makers and the power to be have to take a call in a country like India. So just I'll take 2 minutes to explain why we chose the path of lockdown, even though that is not concerning the economy, but it might give you a sense of when this thing might start reviving. So the popular theory was that we are going to have the cases are going to shoot up. We were trying to flatten the curve. Why? Because the peak capacity of our healthcare infrastructure will fall way short of the peak of number of cases. And it's not like this disease is very, very fatal. It is not very fatal, but the kind of resources that it can consume in terms of our healthcare infra would have led to more number of deaths. So more people will die of lack of ventilator, lack of hospitalization beds, rather than due to the actual COVID-19 itself. So to flatten the curve, we had to bring this social distancing and the forced lockdown in, so that the healthcare failure does not lead to more deaths. Now, the flip side of that is this is going to lead to a lot of economic hangover. A lot of people are going to suffer, especially the daily wage laborers. This is a unimagined and unprecedented thing because they are living from hand to mouth on a daily basis. So unfortunately, we are stuck between the devil and the deep sea, and there is no easy way out. ही कयो तभी मरे जो ने हूँ कयो तभी मरे जो केड़ी रीते ओछो मरी सको is the question that we are constantly grappling with. I believe the phase 1 will come to an end in the next 2 to 4 weeks, where first set of lockdowns will be released, and there will be some partial restarting of economic activity worldwide. However, that partial activity itself will have its own, again, there will be some new cases, again, there will be some lockdown in some particular region, district specific. It is not going to be back to normal. And phase 3, which will happen after we have passed through enough days, and that will probably come in when we have either a cure or a vaccine for this particular thing, and that will be the new normal. But this new normal will also not bring back the economic activity in the same way that we were doing. A lot of things will change, and towards the later end of this presentation, I'm touching upon what are the things that are likely to change. So we have discussed various things on how this crisis you have to assess. So except for duration, this is a crisis that is severe than most other crises that we have seen. Now, what is this new normal that I was talking about? So already we are seeing that India has not relaxed, but made more stringent norms in terms of investments into the country from the neighboring countries who have border. Essentially, it is a convoluted view of blocking China. Now, China, which was the epicenter of this particular crisis, is now going around using its financial muscle to pick up cheap assets world over. So all the countries, it's not only India, Italy, France, Spain, everybody is changing their investment norms to prevent Chinese companies from taking over cheap assets. So geopolitics is changing. There will be realignment of world order. India will have probably a greater role to play as a lot of the Western world developed countries look to realign their supply chain to India from China, at least as a second source, if not the main source. Human behavior is likely to change. How we travel, how much we travel, where we travel, how much we go into crowded spaces, all that is likely to change. Industry dynamics are going to change. Technology, as we can see, I mean, if people were unwilling and to adopt maybe OTT platform like Netflix or Amazon Prime or something, suddenly now everybody has taken up to it. If people were averse to buying from Amazon or Flipkart, now suddenly everybody is buying it. So this has only accelerated the process of technology adoption. Regulation also will change. We have seen how government, so we were all very worried about our privacy issues, but now with the new apps and with the new regulation, we will be sacrificing a lot of our privacy. If you log on to and become part of the Setu app that PM had said, which one should, because we want to bring this disease under control. But by doing that, you are actually giving up on your privacy because they will know your whereabouts and activity almost instantly. And the macroeconomics, everything is going to have a new normal. There is no we are not going back to doing the same thing again. Next slide, please. There is a new psychology which will drive new priorities. Efficiency, if you're focusing on efficiency instead of at this point of time in your organization, your focus was reducing cost. After COVID, it will move to resilience. You will try to survive. You want to be the last man standing in terms of supply chain. If you had a single source supplier, you will have two suppliers. In your processes, you will try to put in things where there is more redundancy, so that you take in the worst case scenario that is possible and make sure that you are running even at that point of time. From interdependence, you will go to self-sufficiencies. This is true at a national level as well as international level, where companies and countries and everything will try to do as much backward integration as possible. The source of raw material becomes very, very key in this kind of situation. People will become very, very risk averse and leverage averse and will move towards margin of safety. We were taking a lot of things for granted. Our movement, our freedom, our the way we were spending. from abundance, we will, at least for a period of time, we will move towards austerity, where we will try to spend only and only as much required. ખોટા ખર્ચા મળી જાય બંધ થઈ વેંદા કારણ કે ઓલરેડી ઇકોનોમી સફર થઈ રહી है અને પાકે કોસ્ટ હુ લેવલ या કોસ્ટ નહીં પરવણે અગર પાંજી રેવન્યુ ઓછી થઈ વેંદી તો પાકે કોસ્ટ બી નીચે કે નહીં જચીણા પોંદા. નેક્સ્ટ સ્લાઇડ પ્લીઝ. So again, the same slide, same things. Essentially, what I am saying is that automated production taraf venda, better adoption of technology. We will use Zoom instead of traveling as far as possible. Healthcare budgets vadda. From the market and economy point of view, the three questions are most important. How this is going to pan out, we are not very sure. One is the deflationary bust. Or is it going to be a deflationary bust or inflationary boom? In 1929, it was a deflationary bust. But this time around, the central bank's response has been different. COVID-19, will it lead to deglobalization? Better part of the last 20 years, we have spent on globalizing, where all our business has moved international. And now, is this going to accelerate the trend of deglobalization? I have put a question mark behind all these 3 points because it is still an evolving situation. We are not very sure, but some amount of changes are likely to happen. Realignment of global order, like China, which was very well firmly entrenched as a deputy and is likely to remain in terms of military might and economy, but still suddenly India has a chance to propel itself higher up the priority curve for most of the developed world. Yeah. Next slide. So, however convoluted this sounds, it is easier to imagine or visualize the negative effect of this crisis than it is to understand what will be the effect of how we respond to it. So 1929 panned out the way it did because of the policy mistakes of the central banks. At that point of time, US Fed was very, very new. It was about 10-12 years old. And today, we have a template of how to deal with these kind of crises. The problem is central bankers are also suffer from the hammer and nail syndrome. To them, every problem looks like an answer to every problem looks like printing more money and reducing interest rates. So that's what we have gone and done. But the response of the global economy to the actions of central bankers this time around is an unknown. We don't know at this point of time. We have had the largest stimulus in terms of monetary and fiscal and coordination from the global central banks and governments. Never ever we have seen such kind of stimulus being provided. The estimates that I am reading, the kind of impact that this can have on the global economy is to the tune of between 10 and 20 trillion. If 10 and 20 trillion dollars is going to be the impact on the economy, and then we have already provided fiscal and monetary stimulus to the extent of between 7 to 12 trillion dollars. US has already reached 17% fiscal deficit. In India, we are constantly worried with the central deficit being at 4% and 5%, and state government adding another 4-5%. So the combined fiscal deficit was at around 10%. But this number is surely likely to shoot up, and we will end up also between 15 and 20% fiscal deficit post this. Now, obviously, most people will say that we are borrowing from the future, and how will we ever repay this fiscal deficit? For a country like US, actually it is not that difficult. Post World War II, US had reached a fiscal deficit of close to 30%, and they did not ever repay. They grew themselves out of it. The economy grew. Samjho, if we are $3 trillion economy, and if I'm talking about between 15 and 20% kind of fiscal deficit, so I'm talking about $500 billion kind of deficit. So the only way to bring this number down is to make sure our $3 trillion economy becomes $5 trillion. And when that happens, this $500 billion should remain where it is. If that happens, then we are automatically down to 10%. And that's what US had done in post World War II scenario. Again, coming back to the point on the slide is that crisis is bad, crisis is the worst. Easy part of the assessment is that how will the world react to the steps taken by the central banks is something that we are not very sure how this is going to pan out, because the playbook that we have is how to tackle a deflationary burst. Now tomorrow, because of so much liquidity being pumped in, if we have an inflation coming back, then the world will be behind the curve again. And first we will have an inflationary boom, which will not be controllable, and probably at some later stage it can lead to hyperinflation also. Again, my objective over here is not to scare you. These are all scenarios that are possible and one should be cognizant of that. Next slide. Just the recap of the steps taken: unprecedented, coordinated monetary, fiscal and response of humanity. 6.5 trillion already expanded. Cutting rates, buying assets. US Fed is going to the extent of buying junk bonds and buying equity also directly from the market. Japan has been doing that since forever, buying equity and debt directly from the market. The concerns about long-term fiscal balance sheet, health, or monetary base size have been abandoned. So all the prudence about one should એટલે પાકે ऐसे પાંજી ચાદર કરતા વધારે પગ ન ફેલાયણા ખપે is usually how we look at it. But the governments of the world and central banks of the world have given up on this sound principle, and they have expanded way beyond that. And जो first order effect undo ke hopefully the economies world around will revive, but the second order derivative he bhi hoi sake to ke after the revival the inflation becomes out of control, and in that case the remedy for that will be completely different, and we might enter a real phase of US bond market can enter a bear market. जो सस्तो થઈ ગયો પૈસો મણી ઠેકાણે से पैसो वरी पाछो मोंगो थेला लगदो, and that is something that one should be dreading. Okay, next, I just before I move to that, there is a one good question: can India provide such a stimulus? Very good question. India does not have the wherewithal to provide. We do not print, we are not the reserve currency of the world, so we cannot have unlimited printing of money, and this will show up somewhere or the other. But I think besides worrying about the rating agencies, world over, everybody will understand that these are unprecedented times, and India might get downgraded, but still the money and capital will be available, which is more important. Yeah. So sorry, please go back to the previous slide. Just one thing. What does history tell us? So history provides us with a context. It does not give exact answers. So it is said that in markets there is a rhyme, there is a rhythm. Things repeat itself, but things don't exactly repeat itself. The things actually repeat with a slight change. So investors cannot predict just based on past. Okay, past में आड़ी थी वो तो future में आड़ी थी दो. That is not happen, but we can come up with reasonable probabilities when making decisions about the unknown. Yeah, so this is where my section of the presentation ends, where I tell you how this crisis is different from whatever we have experienced till now. Now comes the part where I tell you, doesn't matter how much things change, things will still remain the same. So this is a quote from a book called Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, where the protagonist in this particular is actually a fictional character by the name of Jesse Livermore. He actually goes on to go bust thrice during his lifetime, and this quote, he says that there is nothing new in Wall Street. There can't be, because speculation is as old as the hills. Whatever happens in the stock market today has happened before and will happen again. So I'm going to tie this back to what Sir John Templeton had said, which is the four most dangerous words in the stock markets are, it is different this time. So even though it is different this time, finally all this leads to stock markets are driven by two basic emotions, greed and fear. And fear is the dominant emotion right now. And only thing we are really grappling with is how fearful it will get, how much panicky will it get before greed starts setting in again. There is no denying the fact that we are all in a state of fear right now. And so despite everything, the markets survive. We have survived World War, we have survived Spanish flu, World War II, World Wars we have survived. We have survived 1987 crash where we fell 27% in one day. Dow fell 27%. We have survived .com bust. We have survived scams. Everything we have to survive. And eventually things come back to being better than it was the last time around. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. So when is the best time to invest? I'm just anticipating, please stay on that slide. I'm just anticipating this question because I'm sure people will ask, so I've just ticked. So when do we get best prices to invest is when the best time to invest is. When do we get the best prices? When the fundamentals are bad, tick. Right now the fundamentals are bad. Mani jo dhando kharab the varo hai. Sentiment is fearful. If I were to use crude language, mani ji fateli hai. Ke aane kor the varo hai khabar nahi. Outlook is uncertain. We don't know if this thing will resolve itself in 6 weeks time or 6 months time or maybe longer than that also. Valuations have to be at historic low. So besides the PE multiple, let me just spend 2 minutes on where the valuations in the markets are. A lot of people look at PE multiple and say this is expensive, or this is cheap. But what I prefer to look at is the total market cap. Jer 2008 में peak थी वही Reliance Power जो IPO आयो वो their total Indian market जो market cap वो around $1.5 trillion. Index there 6,800 7,200 एडो के थियो અને ઓડાથી છણ્યો वो जोर थी. Aj index is higher than that. We are at around 9,000. But the total market cap is already below the 2008 peak. And in dollar terms, we are even lower than that. Total market cap आज तारीख में $1.3 trillion है आजू बाजू है, which is lower than 2008 peak. And in dollar terms, I think we would be even worse off. Yes, index was 6,300, not 7,200. So valuations in terms of market cap are already at low. The breadth of the market is quoting, 80-90% of the market is quoting at price to book multiple of less than 2. Dividend yield of anywhere between 3 and 6%. And this does not mean that it cannot get worse, but it is starting to get really, really attractive. And prices for lots of companies are at 10-20 year lows. And this is the potent combination of what, when is the best time to invest. If all the things are ticked, then it is the best time to invest. But that does not mean that things cannot get worse from here. I'm not trying to suggest that this is the time, go tomorrow, buy everything that is available. No. Usually, there are 3 phases in a bear market. The phase 1 is where the sharpest fall is there and it is a complete abyss. Nobody understands. Koi ke khabar nahi ke kola chhani rahi hai market, main kitlo chhan di, which is what we saw in March. Then comes the phase 2 where okay, some understanding has been developed and then we realize that things are going to get bad, so we should be selling. I think we have entered the second phase where we know that things are going to get bad, so we are selling. Then will come the third phase where the fear will be high, but the things will not be as bad. Stage 1, things are bad and unknown, prices are falling sharply. Phase 2, things are known, things are bad, prices are falling less sharply. And phase 3, where things are starting to improve, but the fear is still there and the prices fall even less basically there is apathy towards the stock market. Paken market mein invested na keno, we want nothing to do with this. And that would be the phase, in my opinion, where the seeds of the next boom will be sown. Next slide, please. So this is just a slide. I have borrowed it from Visual Capitalist, where it shows each of the past 45, 50 years of history where black swan events have happened and how they look like fantastic opportunity to be investing in hindsight. Every correction feels like that this is never going to end, and but in hindsight it looks like the best opportunity. So we are in one such place where besides the extent of the crisis, there is no doubt that this is the best opportunity to invest. Go ahead, next slide. I'm coming towards the end of my presentation. Last few slides left, and there are more pictures than words, and you will understand from that itself. Please, next slide. Yeah. So imagine this is Japan. In your World War II, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, atomic bombs have been dropped. Can you please go back to the previous slide? Atomic bombs have been dropped. And you would be like, Japan is done. Japan is finished. It is never coming back. But you can see in 10, 20 years time, Japan became one of the most industrialized nation. So how the humanity responds to the crisis is not a known thing. So Surat had plague in 2002 and it came back and became the cleanest city in the world. Kutch had an earthquake and they used that opportunity to revive the economy in a way that it has become even more resilient. So every crisis it is the necessity of, necessity is the mother of invention. So, and human resilience one can never underestimate. So we will come out of this for sure, and we'll come out of it way stronger. Of course, the step one to it is survival. Next slide, again the same thing. How September 11, it looked like, okay, this is it. US is going to bomb all the Muslim countries, and we are going to have war on global scale. And US is not going to recover from this shock. But what has happened? There have been no terrorist attack in US. It has prospered even more. Next slide. This is the global financial crisis. That Lehman Brothers went bankrupt, and just put a picture where this young girl is standing in front of the bull, which basically denotes fearlessness. So we've come a long way. After 2008-9, it seemed like impossible that we will recover from this. But within 2 years, we captured those highs. And in 11 years' time, we are 4x higher than our global financial crisis peak. So every crisis is an opportunity, provided you survive that crisis, provided you have a long-term enough outlook, and provided you have the patience to capitalize on it. Next slide, please. And this is the last slide. The Chinese symbol of crisis is actually two different letters. One denotes danger, another denotes opportunity. Yin Yang is also the same thing. And this is what an Albert Einstein quote looks like. In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. With that, I would like to end my presentation, and happy to take questions. So I know there are lots of questions. So how are we going to go about with this, Rajesh bhai?
Lots of questions, Ravi bhai. It was a beautiful presentation. And ઘણા બધા questions અહીં જોકો ગુંજલબેન please share one by one question so Ravi bhai can reply.
Yes, sure. Actually ઘણા બધા questions અહીં બરાબર હે, but બડે questions એકડે બે કે impact ઇન્ડિયા હેડા જઈ કે common questions ઘણા મળે. બડે જણા ખાસ કરીને gold ના કરે પૂછેલા માંગે તા, which is better invest to gold or share market. 3 years target વે तो gold में invest करनु सारो कि share market में invest करनु सारो?
So 2003 में मुझे विया था ત્યારે ऐसे गोल्ड जो भाव 5000 रुपया हो आज ऐसे closer to 45,000 रुपया है. So, but it is not gold that has gone up. So I will like to see, gold is not an investment instrument. One has to understand it is an insurance instrument. If you have that mindset, you're okay. And you cannot have 100% of your money in insurance. You can have some amount of money in insurance. Gold will be a very good store of value in times of crisis. And we are obviously in times of crisis. So right now, gold will have the best store of value. But what Warren Buffett says is like this, કે हिन दुनिया में જેટલો મળે ગોલ્ડ है ना, અહીં મળે ગોલ્ડ હકડે સાથે જમા કયો, उनके पिघड़ाई वेजो, उनके अगड़ो ब्लॉक बनायो, अकड़ी ब्लिक, तो अगड़ो लार्ज फुटबॉल का क्रिकेट ग्राउंड जेटलो वडो गोल्ड जो अकड़ो बार बंदो. हाणे ते सामे અહીં पूरी यूएस मार्केट गेनी सकोता, not पूरी but large part of percentage of US market गेनी सकोता. Gold is a non-productive asset where the money goes there, it remains a store of wealth, but it over a long period of time it does not even beat inflation. So I had painted two scenarios. If this particular response by the central bank leads to inflationary boom, then gold will do very well. But if it leads to deflationary bust, then gold might also not do very well. All I would say is that this is not the best price to be getting bullish on gold. It is, you can and think of it as an insurance and not as an investment opportunity.
Thanks, Ravi bhai. Gunjal bhai, next question, please.
Next question में मैंने जाना आड़ो पूछी रही कि whether can sector में invest करना सारो है, stock में भी can sector में particular कोई commercial के कैडी रीते can sector में मैंने जाना अने can criteria में invest करना सारो है in this position से मैंने के बहुत जाने की इच्छा है.
Right. So usually crisis like this throws up new winners, and probably we are seeing an emergence of new such winner, which is the pharma sector. And I saw that there were some questions on pharma also. I'll come to pharma in a moment, but I believe one thing is कि previous market जा जो को leaders वा, which is financials. Financial was the leader of the previous bull market, will have a tough time doing well from next 3 to 5 years point of view. All the problems of the real economy will eventually get accumulated into the books of the banks and NBFCs. For the real economy to start functioning smoothly, somebody will have to take a hit. Initially, government will take it up, and later on, it will be passed on to the books of the banks. So, but I will still reserve my opinion and see how the government responds to it. Haji sudi panji government बहुत slow रही है respond करे में, fiscal stimulus haji sudi नहीं देनो. We don't have clarity in terms of how they are going to handle this crisis. So I will be more clear on how things will pan out post the government's response to this crisis. Haji sudi panjo ko 1.7 lakh crore जो पैकेज देनो है अने जो को RBI क्या है is not enough to revive the economy. That 1.7 lakh crore is more for the lowest strata of the economy, and it is not for reviving the businesses. So we will await to see how the business, what kind of help businesses get.
Okay.
So having said that, again, the sectors, few sectors that I am seeing right now, which are not necessarily going to benefit from this, but are going to be least impacted from this crisis. One is pharmaceutical, other is specialty chemicals, third is agrochemicals, fourth is telecom, fifth is software, sixth is non-FMCG consumer stocks, eventually low ticket items. These are the sectors I feel where the impact is going to be very, very minimal. It could be a quarter's impact at best, or could be 2 quarters impact. But there are other sectors which are avoid for sure. Hotels, airlines, any social, something that requires social mingling, that those discretionary spending items will see less. Real estate, all these sectors are going to suffer. And all that suffering is going to reflect into the financials. So yes, financials and these sectors are avoid for me.
Yeah. રવિભાઈ અકરા કેતનભાઈ લાપસિયા અને બે પણ પાંજા કેડીઓ ભાવરી જો કોઈ ક્વેશ્ચન પૂછી રહ્યા અહીં કે can you share your views about oil prices?
पंहिंजी मार्केट मणी के असांखे हेल्थ केयर एक्सपर्ट थी करीने हाणे ऑयल एक्सपर्ट भी बननो पए थो. So unprecedented times, truly what happened yesterday, के $40 नेगेटिव प्राइस में जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ट्रेड થઈ वियो CME में. So but I think to some extent वो $40 जो प्रिंट है से मिसलीडिंग है. भाव $40 ना है, भाव $22 है कि $20 है. आके अजो अज डिलीवरी खपती हुए तज -$40 है. कोई गिनेला करे तैयार ना डिलीवरी. महीनो डी 2 महीना 3 महीना रहीने અહીં હજી પણ બાયર્સ તો હોન ચીજ जी डिमांड હજી પણ $20 થી $40 में. Having said that, I believe for the last 50 years world has been paying a tax. Oil producing countries have been taxing the oil consuming nations. ઓઇલ જા ભાવ મૂક્યા નતો લગે કે હાણે સ્ટ્રક્ચરલી પાછો $40-50 મથે ઘણા ટાઈમ સુધી વેંદા 15 વર્ષ સુધી ન વેંદા એડમ કે લગે તો. And in that kind of a scenario, countries, consuming countries like India will benefit a lot. પાંજો રોજ જો સેવિંગ બિલિયન થી $2 billion જેડો હોઈ શકે તો. So that is definitely a great news for country like India, and it will help. जो को $500 billion जो होल है तेमेथी 50 થી $100 billion क्रूड भरी सके तो वो होल. त्या $100-200 billion जो होल है जी भरे जो will be pending.
ઓકે પાંજા રવિભાઈ અનાકરા પાંજા રાજેશભાઈ પોલડિયા અને પાંજા રિદ્ધિ શાહ પૂછ્યા હતા કે what is the view on metal and auto sector?
The auto sector was suffering before this crisis also took place. ત્યાં બે ઘણા પ્રોબ્લેમ વા કે પા ઇલેક્ટ્રિક વ્હીકલ તરફ વની રહ્યા પા BS4 થી BS6 જલ્દી વની રહ્યા અને ઓવરઓલ ઓટો જો પેનિટ્રેશન વધી was on a high level. The penetration level increasing. પાવટે એટલા હજી road name. India is probably the only country in the world where autos will still see a growth. बाकी लास्ट 4-5 વર્ષથી ઓવરઓલ US में ऑटो जो ग्रोथ अटकी રહ્યો है. जो को भी ग्रोथ થઈ રહ્યો છે મળે ટેસ્લા જો થઈ રહ્યો ઇલેક્ટ્રિક વ્હીકલ જો અને બાકી મળે પ્લેયર્સ ऐसे ડીગ્રો થઈ રહી. તો ઓટો સેક્ટર જા પ્રોબ્લેમ પહેલાથી વા. This can turn out to be a big contrarian bet, but I am not willing to bet on it at this point of time. We will see how things emerge. The valuations have become really cheap, barring in Maruti or something. The other stocks have become really cheap in terms of price book, price to equity, cash flow, money rite. So it can be a contrarian bet, but I'll give it a year more to see कि जल्दी में ऑटो में इन्वेस्ट करे जो गुंजाइश है ना.
Yeah, Gunjal Ben, any other questions are left over?
Yes, 2 or 3 persons are asking in insurance sector also that we can invest in insurance sector or no.
So insurance will continue to see a boom in India. The penetration levels are low, and for once I think life insurance, we will move towards other type of insurance. More health insurance products will come up. We'll have coverage. Force majeure clause को ऐसे मड़े अगड़े बेके पूछी रही ना समझी रही. So people will be more careful about things, and insurance will become almost a mandatory thing in across, and there will be more innovation in this. That is a medium term to long term point of view. On the short run point of view, the insurance companies in India are very, very highly valued. They are not very cheap. World over, insurance companies are valued between 1 time and 2 time max price to embedded value. So in insurance, it is something called as embedded value. माड़ू जो को इंश्योरेंस गनेता वो आके हेटलो प्रीमियम दिया था અને હોન પ્રીમિયમ માંથી હેટલા રાઇટ ઓફ સચિંદા વર્સ્ટ કેસ में there is a formula to calculate that embedded value અને હોન formula જે બેસિસ છે you give a multiple. So India में वो multiple 4 में 5 है as compared to the world which is between 1 and 2. So the stocks are expensive even after the price crash, but the opportunity from a longer term point of view is definitely there. On a further price correction, I would definitely be interested in insurance companies because it is a business that will do well over a 20-year period.
Yeah, पंहिंजो इंश्योरेंस जो सेशन पर है नेक्स्ट अपकमिंग सेशन पंहिंजो ज़ूम में इंश्योरेंस जे मथे आहे विद द पैनल ऑफ 3 to 5 पंहिंजे जो केडीओ में जनरल इंश्योरेंस में LIC में सर्वे में so there is a panel of 5 members which they are going to explain about the insurance and उनमें वो इंटरेक्टिव सेशन हूंदो. नेक्स्ट हिकिड़ो क्वेश्चन आयो आहे पंहिंजे विनय भाई कने हिकिड़ा पुछनि था कि रवि भाई बेसिकली व्हेन शुड वी इन्वेस्ट इन शेयर्स. Please highlight the best time in term of purchase price, growth potential, and also waiting period. We should invest within next few days, week, or wait some time. When should we invest?
Very good question, Vinay bhai. Thank you for asking. My objective of this whole presentation was that only. Next 12 months are not in terms of days, not in terms of weeks. The uncertainty will remain. Next 12 months is a great time where the economy will prepare itself for a huge boom. Whether it is 9 months or 15 months, 18 months is anybody's guess. I'm just giving 12 months plus or minus 3 months will be a great time to slowly start building portfolio in tranches. Obviously, if you are already invested, the hane core karejo is a question that comes to a lot of people mind, and I would say that hane fall. Hello, yeah, March to fall. Lot of people missed out in this rally. So the number one objective is survival. If you survive, then in the next boom you will be stronger. So you have to take adequate steps at this point of time. It is not about getting the bottom of the market. It is about making sure that you survive this crisis. Agar next 12 મહિના આકે survive થેલા કરે 2% cash create કણો પે તસે કરી ગનો. You have to be mentally balanced કે ના હેડાથી 12 મહિના હજી things can get worse, everything can happen, but eventually मुके hen 12 મહિના में portfolio बनाए जो है and I have to be investing, and I cannot get bogged down by the doomsday scenario. There will be people who are all around who will be talking, "Arey, the world will go to end, band thai vendo made." All those kind of commentary will come to the fore, and you will have to learn to ignore that. And the only way to maintain mental balance and to ignore that noise is if you have some amount of cash. के मुके 12 महीना मैंने बहुत भी अगर कढ़ीना पे ना and in tough time तभी ऐसे I know what stocks I have bought and the companies are going to survive and they are going to emerge stronger. If you have that conviction, then don't worry about creating cash at this point of time. But if you are going to panic, एडादी V3 40% नीचे अगर panic थेवारो है, तो might as well sit on some amount of cash.
Okay, Gunjal Ben, any other questions from पाजे केडियो पाजे भावर में थी के बहने में थी कोई क्वेश्चन है?
हमरो क्वेश्चन एडो है के करो do you think Nifty can come down to 6,000? If not, then what is the bottom according to you?
So as I said earlier in my presentation, Nifty would be actually a wrong indicator of the bottom. In the March fall itself, possibility है कि some stocks have already made bottom. April, May जे fall में some more stocks will make bottom. अने mid cap, small cap जी bear market 2017 થી ચાલુ है. For example, pharma 70-80% વધી ગયો. Pharma जी bear market 2015 में ચાલુ થઈ. 4-5 વર્ષથી ચાલુ હોય. So अगर અહીં નિફ્ટી जी bottom ला करे वाट न रहवा तो pharma અહીં miss કરી સડ્યા. So you have to be more nuanced about it. Nifty जी bottom जैर थींदी तर थींदी, पण I can tell you now कि जो को pharma जा नीचे जा भाव हुआ, those are not coming back. Pharma does seem like a sector that is going to lead the next run. hen भाव में गिने जो कहता थी 20% नीचे में गिने जो, that I am not recommending, but I feel a lot of the prices that we saw at the bottom of pharma you will not see. See, I had said that I will come back to pharma sector later on, so let me just address this at this point of time. हेडो ना है कि pharma के की बहुत बड़ी opportunity अच्छी हुई है and COVID-19 थी. થોડોક ચેન્જ થયો હોય કોરો ફાર્મા સેક્ટર વોઝ સફરિંગ લાસ્ટ 4 વર્ષથી યુએસ એફડીએ આ પ્રોબ્લેમ વા અમેરિકા में ભાવ ઘટી રહેવા कंसोलिडेशन थी प्रोडक्ट जा अप्रूवल ना मिलदा वा अने बिफोर 2015 होनी जी प्रॉफिट ऐसे बहुत रे प्रोडक्ट में थी जचिंदी वयूं ने होनी प्रोडक्ट में कंपटीशन वधी वई तो होनी जी प्रॉफिट छणदी वयूं these were the reasons why pharma was not doing well for last 4-5 years. Now what has changed is just perception of Indian pharma sector के हेडो लग दो अरे इंडियन फार्मा तो एकदम चोर है एकड़ी बुक भी अच्छी वही which said that what bottle of lies के इंडियन फार्मा सेक्टर तो मळे चोरी जो कम करे तो परसेप्शन एकड़ो जो चेंज थई गयो वो हाणे वर्ल्ड में परसेप्शन वरी पाछो पॉजिटिव चेंज थई रह्यो है कि इंडिया is the more reliable partner as compared to China, and India they made dependent hai. We supply nearly 25-30% of the world's medicine. Then how can you keep India out? So it could be a mere coincidence, or it could be actually be some diplomacy on the part of US and India that के last दौड़ में कम से कम 6-7 US FDA plant approval देने हैं, कम से कम 15 थी भी product ja approval done hai. We will never know the real reason why it has happened, but it is in US's interest to give the clearances, and it is beneficial to the pharma companies, and pharma companies were trading at cheap valuation because of depressed earning. એટલે લા કરે એકડી rally આવી है. Now હજી અગર એની opportunity સુધરતી વેંદી તો હેડાથી પણ rally અચીંદી વેંદી. So I will say don't, it is not કે આકે એકદમ clear opportunity દેસાજી વેંદી કોઈ ભી sector में, but if you see something where it is totally lights out જેવી situation है, ઓડાથી અગર થોડી flickering light દેસાજે, so that is a opportunity. If usually market bottoms when it is not that it is bright suddenly, it is less dark than it was the previous day. So when the day you see it is the darkest, next day is less dark, the next day is even less dark, is when the bottoms are formed.
Okay, Pinakin Bhai is online. Pinakin Bhai want to ask some question. Pinakin Bhai, you are there?
Yeah, Rajesh Bhai.
Yes, Pinakin.
Sir, बहुत सिंपल सवाल मुझे मगज में घणी વાર થી થયો કે ही जो को ट्रेजेडी आवे त्यार पाके लगे के અહીં લાઈફ ची બહુ કટોકટી ને રહે બહુ ગ્રોથ ને રહે રવિ ભાઈ તો ઘણી વાર લગે કે એટલો મળે પથારો એટલો મળે કરનો ઇટ્સ નેસેસિટી બેસિકલી હ્યુમન બીંગ લા
एब्सोल्युटली ई मळे हाणे पाके समझ में अची रह्यो है कि पांजा जैनिज्म जा जो प्रिंसिपल वा के परिग्रह करे जो से मळे हाणे वर्ल्ड के ऐसे समझ में अची रह्यो है कि यू वी हैड टेकन कंज्यूमरिज्म, एक्चुअली नॉट वी बट वर्ल्ड ओवर एंड मोस्टली अमेरिकन्स, कि कंज्यूमरिज्म वाज टेकन टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल and some amount of austerity, some amount of minimalism will come into the life of all humanity. So definitely this seems like a new reality at this point of time, but I don't know, કદાચ ડોવરે કોઈ પણ ભૂલી પણ ન ઈ મળે કોર થયો અને everybody goes back to what it was.
Yeah, એટલે જે જો કે જોકો વધારે રિસ્ક આઉટ ઓફ બજેટ રિસ્ક એની કે વધારે સફર કે જોકો સ્ટેબલ વા હું અહીંયા સ્ટેબલ કરી વંતા એડે ક્રાઇસિસ में પણ.
No, so that is the universal principle કે એવરે સુધી આના પા અગડી you have to anji business way, life way, you have to take into consideration ke if bad times befall on you, how will you react to that? वो contingency reserve तो अकड़ो होनो ज खपे and business के भी एटलो resilient बनाएजो कि you survive the worst case. वर्स्ट केस कोरो है ना से हणे मणी जा मगज खुली रहे कि कोर हेडो भी થઈ શકે તો.
Thank you Pinakin Bhai and Pratap Bhai Shah. Pratap Bhai Shah के क्वेश्चन पूछनो है. Pratap Bhai.
हाँ बोलो. हेलो.
क्या प्रताप भाई?
हाँ.
आज आवाज क्लियर ना है प्रताप भाई. यस.
हेलो.
हाँ बोलो. यस.
आवाज आने पर.
हाँ बोलो.
हाँ ना जेको आहे जो टॉपिक जेको आहे इनमें हाणे कोन लॻंदो कि लॻे कोन थो कि मार्केट मथे वेंदी का अॼु नीचे छॾंदी पए पई ने इन ई पंहिंजो પ્રોપર્ટી મેટર કોણ થીંદો પ્રોપર્ટી
प्रताप भाई
Property जो।
मार्केट जो आगे कदू हूंदो ने प्रॉपर्टी जा फ्यूचर कदू हूंदो कहने
प्रताप भाई एवरेज मळे पूरो प्रेजेंटेशन हम डिस्कस कियो बट आके 12 महीना हजी खराब वेंदा एन रीते आके प्रिपेयर करे जो है पण अहीं अगर आटे 5 થી 10 वरे कोई एसेट पकड़ी रखे जी त्रेवड़ है तो ही ऐसे एसेट जमा करे जो टाइम है नेक्स्ट 12 महीना थी 7 महीना थी 24 महीना एसेट जमा कईंदो रेजो रिटर्न जो पोइ विचारी जा हेवरा ऐसे सेलर डेस्परेट है तो पाके उनजो फायदो उपाड़े जो है पण आके उनला करे 2 वरे जो आउटलुक रखणो पवंदो काल जो काल की पैसा ना बने वाला
हिकिड़ा पंहिंजा हिरेन भाई डागा ही क्वेश्चन पुछला मंगे था हिरेन भाई डागा या हिरेन भाई आई थिंक सो लाइन में नहीं
उनी जो क्वेश्चन अड़ो है कि उनी हिकड़ी बुक जो नालो सजेशन खपे तो कि जो कोई फाइनेंस अने गुड लाइफ पे डिपेंड करदी होए
there are many books depends on what level or depth you want to go into क्या के पेंडे इन्वेस्टिंग करे जो चालू करनो है कि खाली थोड़ा बेसिक्स खपे था तो आई वुड रेकमेंड 2 books from the beginners point of view अकड़ी थोड़ी स्टोरी बुक जड़ी है ना अकड़ी थोड़ी टेक्निकल जड़ी बुक है one is One Upon Wall Street by Peter Lynch and the other is Reminiscences of a Stock Operator Reminiscences of a Stock Operator is like a story book કે હકડે માળુ સાથે કેડી તે સટ્ટો કરી કરીને હું બસ્ટ બને તો અને કેટલા બહુ પૈસા કમાઈ ગને તો ને બહુ તોટા બી તાંજા પૈસા so that is a good it will help you live through something without actually living through it you do કે પાકે એમે મરીને સ્વર્ગ ના વેણો પાકે હેડા એસે બેજી ચોપડી વાંચીને અગર પાકે સમજાઈ ગયો ને કે લેવરેજ કરીને કોર થઈ શકે તો કે સટ્ટો કરીને કોર થઈ શકે તો ऑटोमेटिकली उससे खीवन वो ऑन बुक जो सार है અને वन अपॉन वॉल स्ट्रीट इज अ सिंपल बुक फॉर बिगिनर्स जो को आके एवरीडे लाइफ जो बार नेरी ने कॉमन सेंस थी इन्वेस्ट करेला सिखाई थी ई बो बुक आर गुड
या दिव्या बेन मोमा लाइन में ही दिव्या बेन यू वांट टू आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन टू रवि भाई दिव्या मोमाया
Yes, Ravi bhai, good evening. It was really nice session. I wanted to ask, what are the upcoming industries? Like ashti 15 vare pehla or 20 vare pehla, IT industry, nobody was knowing ke hetlo hen mein boom achindo. So ashti 10 years, what are the areas or what are the industries or what are the sectors which we should focus on?
Okay, sorry, before I answer your question, somebody asked me the name of the book. I'll repeat once more. Reminiscences of a Stock Operator and One Upon Wall Street. They have been coming to your question. That is the billion-dollar question that I am grappling with. And on a daily basis, that we try to assess which are the new trends that will come in. See, one thing is clear: technology-based businesses are going to do well. Nothing that is happened today. Last we were ready થઈ રહ્યો है. .com boom થયો. તો .com boom જે basis છે, we got Amazon, we got Google, those kind of big companies came. Huge trend accelerate થींदो ने huge trend India में भी अचींदो. Unfortunately, अजे तारीख में ई मड़े कंपनियों in India are in private domain and are owned by Chinese investors. So पाके उन चीज में participate करला अजे तारीख में ना मिली रहो. But my bet would still be that over the next 10-20 years, technology-based business models will become bigger and will continue to thrive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gunjal Ben, bea koi questions hain?
No, Rajendra bhai. I think it's enough. मड़े finish થઈ ગઈ. जो को भी हणे से मड़े repeated જ है. So it's fine to all us.
अच्छा. तो पंजा वैभव धर्मसी लाइन में ही रेज हैंड क्या है उन्हीं जो की क्वेश्चन है वैभव भाई धर्म सिंह
We'll take last 1 or 2 questions.
Yeah, I think so. He's not there on the line.
Yes, and Vaibhav Dharamsi is not posted in chat box also.
Okay. विनय लोढ़ाया कदा लाइन ते विनय भाई लोढ़ाया आजो की क्वेश्चन है विनय भाई लोढ़ाया
Right.
यस सर
Hello.
हाँ
In this scenario, mutual fund is more better. Okay, direct stock investment is more better.
Sorry, I didn't understand your question.
Investing in the directly mutual fund is better, or investing in direct stock is more better?
For 99% of the people, investing through mutual funds is better than direct investing. Direct investing में company zero થઈ શકે તી કોઈ mutual fund zero થયે પણ chances ઘણે ઓછા હી so
Okay.
જો risk
Good.
ઓછો હોય
So you suggest direct through MF?
so જ્યાં વટે સમજે જી તાકાત है मार्केट के समझे જી ताकत है कंपनी के समझे જી ताकत है અને इन लॉन्ग टर्म होराइजन है वो डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टिंग करी सके था थोड़े घणे में but bulk of it I would advise कि म्यूचुअल फंड में वने जो there are specialists out there અને ઉ લોકો આકે કીના તો માર્કેટ કરતા પ્લસ માઇનસ 2% રિટર્ન તો દઈ દીંदा.
Okay, thank you.
ओके मौनिक भाई धर्मसी लाइन में ही he wants to ask the question yeah Maunik bhai
Yes, are you able to hear okay, are
Yes.
you able to hear me?
yes
Yeah,
Okay, I have a question on sin stocks, cigarette, daru, gambling, means Delta, ITC, United Breweries or United Spirits in particular. So you know these are perpetual habits which people hardly leave. So what do you see the future about these sectors, basically sin stocks?
no, you are absolutely right કે ये आदतू छोटे वारी नहीं ये आदतू रेज वारी आई so it is a perpetual sector in terms of investing but you have to really look at कि आके कोई सस्ती चीज मिली रही है करो इनमें बहु अगर सस्ती चीज मिली रही है तो definitely I know a lot of people in the market are talking about one particular tobacco stocks without naming. I would say that yes, valuations are cheap over there, world over. The best performing stock in the of last 100 years. Any any clue which would that be?
The hotels, they are into hotels, they are into FMCG.
No, but the best performing stock in the world in last 100
Godfrey
years
Phillips.
is
Godfrey Phillips. Okay, word you're talking about this
Philip Morris.
Marlboro.
Philip Morris.
Yeah, Philip Morris. Yes.
It's the Altria group. So
Yes.
if that is the case, then for sure these businesses are going to remain and they will be around. The solidity of the business is there. हेडादी वरे में रिटर्न बंदा के ना से मुके ना खबर हेडादी 2 वरे में रिटर्न जरूर बंदा.
No, I'm talking 3 years plus.
Yes, I think so. All these habits will never be broken.
Yeah, including gambling like Delta, because it's going at a 52-week low, and we have the only gambling stock in India listed.
I will not respond to a particular
Okay,
company.
no problem.
So leave me out. But yeah, the basic tenet of ke aadat mein lat chote nati
Yes.
is true.
Correct.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you Maunik bhai thank you
Are we done?
I'll call Nishit bhai to come on the line.
Yeah, Rajesh bhai, thank you. I think it was a most interesting session. I would like to thank Ravi bhai. Again, like always, thank you very much for guiding the community, sharing your thoughts. Obviously, it's been always great to listen to you and your ideas. So thank you for that.
Thank
you.
Yeah, just one last word from me. Thank you, Nishit bhai, and thank you, KDO B2B committee. And hope everybody stays safe through this crisis. Survival is the first mantra. Survive kya, so you will come out stronger from this crisis.
Yeah, I would,
very aptly said that survival is the best, and I think everybody should take immense care of themselves and their families, especially the elder and the vulnerable. Rajesh bhai, you and the entire B2B team, fantastic job again, once again. And thank you all. Basically about 500 plus participants at one point of time. So thank you all the KDO brothers, sisters, Vadil, and both Sarorio. We are going to follow it up with other initiatives. Tomorrow, I think we have Swaroj, which is mask making initiative for self-independence that creatives are being floated all around the community. तो हमारे join कही जा, especially वो ladies के ही join motivate कही जा कि जिनके किकने की industry setup करे जी cottage industry, we're going to talk about it. बहुत सारो session है, पांची ladies wing जो ये initiative है, अने plus B2B तो insurance ने बाकी logistics में मरे करे ताज. One very important point which I would like to highlight is that B2B mein yesterday we got a good suggestion and we have initiated it already. Like always, we believe in implementation. Telegram groups have been opened for at least 10 segments for B2B, insurance, transport, gems and jewelry, logistics, etc. I think soon the things will be out and you can join the Telegram group so that we can discuss individual businesses and try and connect you with everybody. Yesterday, I got a phone call from 2-3 business people from all over India saying that they are looking for distributors in other parts of country, and we'll do it. So we'll try and facilitate all that. Thank you again for all of you. But over to Rajesh bhai and his team to say his last words and then conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, Nishit bhai, and thank you all KDO brothers and sisters ने वडील ने जो को सेमिनार में 500 प्लस अज गैदरिंग हो, that is a great achievement असां ला जो को असां के प्रोत्साहन किया आखी B2B जे टीम के प्रोत्साहन किया अने बियो अज जो को सेशन रवि भाई घना तो उनमें ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स ही हैज प्रेजेंटेड के बेस्ट टाइम टू बाय उनमें 5 टिक मार्क एंड स्टोरी ऑफ 1929 all this was very interesting અને जो को क्वेश्चन आंसर राउंड हो ऊपर बहु अट्रैक्ट बहु इंटरेस्टिंग हो અને it was जवाब પણ बहु फर्स्ट क्लास वा रवि भाई जा. So once again thank you very much Ravi bhai. I think so Ravi bhai, you are on line. I think his line is got okay, I think so his line is got disconnected. So thank you everyone. Thank you Samas Mahajan and thank you पंहिंजा KDO B2B committee जा members and जो को chairperson नहीं जो को committee members हैं जो को help करें and seminar ला, and looking forward to see you again Wednesday as निशित भाई चा के नारी शक्ति जो અને स्वरोज अनि जो webinar है 4 to 5:30 बहुत interesting है એટલે ऊपर जरूर थी मरे जना view कई जा. And further we are coming up with the insurance and logistic and transportation je mathe त्या सुंदे असी रजा कनो था ने पोपा फरी मलबो. Thank you very much. Stay safe and stay home. Thank you. Yeah, Gunjal Ben. Nimesh. Yeah, so we will join for the next session for the next preparation of meeting.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.